Discord.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta enter my date. Oh yeah, you're right. I gotta enter my date of birth on the Switch.
Oh, that's weird, right? Trying to steal my identity
Yeah, I'm just gonna put.
today.
Man, I just clicked OK.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna make sure I'm over 21, but
Okay, hang on. I need a mic check from Sam.
Hello.
Sam, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Okay, cool. B, are you there?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, I got a mic check from that. I'm hearing Phil clearly. Stacy, you around?
I am here.
You are there. Okay, I can hear you too. Okay, so this is pretty good levels.
Hey, did I crash out of the game?
You did.
Mike check. I did, didn't I?
Yes, you
Alright.
did.
Mike check 1 2. Mike, can you hear me? Is my volume coming in good?
Yeah, you're coming in clear. That's good.
All right. Sweet.
And I got the bubbles too, so the bubbles are telling me when you talk.
Bubble.
Yeah, I realized that I had to run it in admin mode to see that. So
The bubbles.
Really?
yeah, I don't know why, but the chat bubbles don't appear unless I run it in admin mode. I don't know what's up with my computer build. Like this Windows build is so weird. I have to run everything in admin mode for it to see each other properly. So I run like all my games in administrator mode, all my clients, all the platforms like the Blizzard app, the BattleNet, the Steam,
Whack.
the Riot, whatever the Valorant fucking thing is, League of Legends Valorant client. Like all that shit I have to run in admin mode.
Well, that's doo-doo.
It's weird, yeah. Kind of annoying, but it is what it is. I mean, just the fact that I can see the bubbles when somebody's talking, it makes it easier.
Tiny bubbles.
Tiny bubbles.
is Damien gonna play?
Nah, I don't know. We were just talking about that earlier. Like, Damien's like fell off the face of the earth.
No, he said he's not in. He has to do some stuff for work.
Word. I see
Rachel
that
said
he's-
she'll hop on later if we're still on.
Word. I see OC really is married. It's funny because like his wife shows up in recommended friends now that he friended me. So I was like, oh. That's...
Oh yeah, he's married.
Well, we remember we were joking. It's like every time he came down, like she was never there. Like, is this make believe, guys?
Yeah, that's how you do it. You get married, you go visit your friends. You try to, that's your time away.
Yeah, I guess.
Nah, I mean.
All right. Well, there's only one imposter, so good luck.
All
Are
right.
we all here? Is everybody ready?
Yeah, I think we're here.
Yeah. Did you text Joel?
What about Ralph?
I text Ralph. He hasn't replied yet.
Okay. No worries. All right. So we ready to go? Anybody
Yep.
need to change their outfits? Add more things?
I'm good.
Okay.
I texted Joel, said we're on Among Us if he gets bored, see if he wants to join.
Excellent map choice, Mikey P.
Ooh.
Okay.
Where's everybody at?
So,
Just out of curiosity.
Admin to cafeteria right now, and
Yeah.
I see Phil.
Dan and I both went down to electrical and found her there. I don't think it could possibly be Dan.
For once.
For once.
So good to be on this side of it.
Yeah, I've been,
Where's B at? Like, we know where Mike and Phil are.
O2 pulling the chute.
Yeah, he was on the right side when we
I
passed by.
sat in security for a little bit after I did my first set of wires and just watched.
where was the body at?
Electric.
Have you and Philip been together a while?
Not
How long-
really.
We've-
Maybe like
how
the
long have
last
you guys
Not
been
really.
together?
15
We've crossed
seconds
paths
at
a few
best.
times. Yeah,
Maybe
we've
the last
crossed
15
paths.
seconds. Like I've done a full lap and a half on the map. I saw B on security. Like it was kind of funny. Like I realized the light was on, and then I was like, oh wait, is somebody over there? And then B comes out. I'm like, oh shit, cool, B's here.
Okay.
I have no idea which one of the three of you it is.
It's not me, guys.
What if it's Stacy?
What?
What if it's Stacy?
No, it couldn't.
Exactly. Like it
Wait,
can't be
who
Dan.
did the
I did
the
bottom
left O2?
oxygen.
or the bottom? There you go.
I did
Okay.
the bottom one.
All right. So I did the top. Dan was with you when you did the
Dan
bottom.
was with me. Yeah.
I was
Dan
on the
with
card
me
swipe.
The whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got 2 seconds, by the way.
Okay.
It's one of the three of you.
Well, it's between Mike and B. It's not me.
Phil, liar.
Good job, Mike.
That was so hard. Y'all were grouping up so
I know,
much,
you, like,
man.
Murdered me when Stacy peeled off.
Well,
Yeah.
I went to get the oxygen. Where the fuck did you go?
I was trying to keep up, but I was a little bit behind, just a little bit behind you, and Mike saw me and like stabbed me in the back.
Yeah, I went to backtrack to look for Dan. I'm sorry, Sam. You were by yourself. I had to. Like everybody else was grouped. I was like, man.
Struggled to do that stupid thing with the spinning. And I was like, I messed up like 4 times. I was like starting to get annoyed with it, and as soon as I finished it,
Yeah, I did a
murdered
lap
me.
around the left side, and I saw you still there. I'm like, well, I guess this is gonna happen. Sorry. I don't want this again. Thank God.
maybe. Okay, looks like it should be right there.
Rip.
So where's everybody?
I was just with you fixing the lights.
Me and micro security.
Yeah, the camera light is on. That's me.
Did you
Where's
see
the
anybody, Mike?
body?
The body's right side of electrical.
So it's not B. B is in navigation. So this is either a self-report or it's Stacy.
Is it me? I came down from like the reactor area and went up to electrical to fix electrical and I saw him there fixing electrical.
So B came from navigation from the top side, and I didn't see him come out of medbay. So that doesn't sound like it's him. And it is not. I mean, it could be Dan, but I don't know. So I'm leaning towards Phil and Stacy at this point. But I don't know. I'm not 100% certain. So I thought the last person I saw go with blue was yellow, but I don't.
We just lost Phil in the chat, so that's kind of sus.
Wait, what? Phil?
Oh, he's back.
Phil, you there?
All right, I'm back. Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. Were you able
Sorry.
to hear what I was saying?
No.
Okay. So if it's outside of electrical, it's not B, and I'm less inclined to think it's Dan, even though it could be, just because he came out as he's like right outside security, but he's standing in place of, where the wires are right now. So like this is either for me, this is either Stacy or a self-report, Phil. I don't know if anybody else has any more information. That's all I got. I'm skipping because we ran out of time. But if you guys want to like provide any other alibis, that you can. More than likely, you can. I trust B at this point, though, and I'm about 80% trustworthy on Dan. But
You could trust me.
I don't know.
I had nowhere to go.
Yeah,
Guys,
it's pretty rough. Yeah, it's hard. Like that's why I kicked up the task a notch, and I was like, I finished, and I was like, shit.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's so funny.
Stacy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I grab a drink real quick.
Yeah, it's hard. So, Stacey, just so we can discuss it. So, out of curiosity, did you try the other sabotages, like the doors and stuff?
I don't know the door.
So, in each of the rooms, there's a icon next to, like it has like an X with a wall on it. That's the doors. So, in this map, you can't open the doors, like in Polus, where you have to, like flip the 4 switches on. They just, the doors close, and then they unlock after like maybe 10 seconds, something like that.
Oh, okay.
It's weird though. If you call, so what I noticed is that if you call a sabotage, it resets the cooldowns of all of them. So if you're gonna close a door, you may as well just close them all because it resets the sabotage cooldown too.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Wait, how do you? So how do you close them all?
You just click on each door. I don't know how to do it on the Switch, but there's an icon for each room. Each
So
of the
like
major
if you're gonna
rooms.
do it, you just like
Just
spam
mash them all. In this map, it's just easier to do it that way, just because, like, it's gonna reset the cooldown of your normal sabotage, so you might as well just close them all. Like, you don't have to. Like, again, if you just want to be like a targeted door close, you can just close like the 2 around you, or potentially in the room that you're in. If you're with somebody, you can do it that way. But when I locked this all last round in electrical, like there was like 4 of y'all in here, and I'm like, oh shit, I'll just close the doors. And then like when I closed the door to electrical, it closed, like it reset the cooldown of everything, and I'm like, oh shit, let me just close everything then. So
Yeah, I still haven't gotten the hang of closing doors. So
yeah, this map is just you just have to wait for the doors to reopen, so you might as well just close them all. Yeah, it's really hard just because like everybody's like squished together.
Yeah.
So, okay. So what it is if, okay, so this is interesting. Because I did a host before, and I had the option to change the map out, but I guess if you're on the Switch, it doesn't allow me to change the map without leaving the room anymore. That's interesting. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I can't change the map.
so
But
you
we
need
can
to leave the room.
Yeah, we can all just leave and come back.
Well, I
I mean,
mean,
I can just
with
leave
the
and come back.
I'm okay with the ship. No, it's no big deal. I mean, if we can all just leave if that's the case. But from what I can gather, like we're okay with the ship, right? Because I mean, there's a small number of people, anyways. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and the ship is probably one of the maps that we all mostly know
yeah,
where we're going.
okay. Like
Well,
I'm
I
pretty
guess
sure
not
everybody's
Samantha.
comfortable with it. So
I typically know where I'm going with the ship. I just don't remember the names. Like I learned where I'm going, but you know.
I mean, it's a figure 8 sideways. So
Yeah.
you just say where you are, like the left side, the right side, top left, bottom right. You know, you'll be able to figure it out.
where you're at, Josh.
Yeah, if anything, I have to remember my pathing because Mikey P otherwise is going to call me a liar.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, it's like
Well,
that doesn't make any sense, Philip. Well, sorry, Mike. I'm making it up because I don't know what I'm going.
I mean, you could just say that you're in Medbay. Where we're
Yeah,
all
you're
at.
right. You're right. I mean, if
I
you
was
all
in- I
weren't
was
in
in
Medbay
Medbay.
though, that would have been perfect. If you all
Yeah.
weren't.
If only you would have picked any other spot on the map.
Right. Are they playing? I'm like, is Mary J playing?
Mary Jane Watson? What?
I was thinking
Nah.
Mary J. Blige.
Yeah, Mary J. Blige.
Oh,
Yeah, because
really?
there's the
I was
All-Star
right.
game. Yeah, you're right. Good job. It's the All-Star game. Halftime dunk show.
The dunk shows are my favorite thing about basketball. The rest of it's boring.
Well, the 3-point contest was interesting. Curry made it very interesting, and then he like won on the last shot.
In my house.
Hey, they played that commercial today. Yeah, they played that commercial.
I've seen it recently. That was why I was texting you, because I had to tell Stacy about That reminded me of being on the Outers team.
Mm.
I talked to Easton today, and it was funny. He had an over 9,000 joke, and I was like, I didn't think he knew about that one.
Yeah, I don't know if he quite. I mean, he might have read up
Right,
on it.
heard it. Well, I mean, I feel like he had to have heard it from us, but you don't work tomorrow, do you, Phil?
Now I'm off.
No, that's probably good.
Why, you about to send some crap?
Nah, this fucking outage is probably still going.
Whack.
Oh.
Holy crap! Someone is doing a ton
my
of
gosh,
killing.
Really?
I don't know who this is.
Okay.
I don't know who this is. Holy shit. Alright, well, bodies and comms. And honestly, with 3 people dead, it doesn't even matter because the bodies weren't in electrical, med bay, or security or reactor in the left side. Dan was there. Who came out of reactor last? Because Dan was there. He came into reactor last, and I left first.
I was in there at the top of the reactor when
Yes.
the thing was going off, and then I left, and I'm in electrical now
So-
doing blast tap.
When you left, was B still around?
I remember seeing you
Mhm.
and I think Dan.
Dan was there too. B did the bottom one. B, when you...
Okay,
when
I
you-
didn't see who did the bottom one.
Where are you
Yeah,
at, B?
like, I did the bottom and balled out and ran top because I need to go back to navigation. So I did the bottom, ran out, ran up, ran right, and then
Oh,
You just
man. Did you, when you left, was Sam still there, or did she leave before you? Because this is really, not like it really matters, to be honest with you, but...
I mean, I saw both of you. You left before she did.
Yeah.
But- I feel like I also saw her running out. So I can.
Was Dan still there? Like, he left, right?
I thought he left at the same time that we did. I thought we were all running out at the same time.
Well, he ran in when I left. So, when I was on my way out. So that's the reason
and
why.
he was. I mean, he was because he did top, and I balled out, and he was still up top when I left.
Oh, God. I'm just voting somebody. Shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, no!
What?
Oh, shit. Alright, imposter, come try to kill me. See you at oxygen.
That was good.
Oh man.
Being
That
Gosh,
was
I
good.
don't know which one to go to. Whichever one I go to, I might get murdered.
It's like I don't know who to trust. That's
B,
good.
the
Good job,
king
B.
of liars.
That's pretty good. Holy shit. I'll give you a chance to bask in your glory for another 15 seconds. That show's good. 25 seconds. Discussion time. Oh, maybe that's why. Let's bump the emergency cooldown a little higher. 25 and 25 should be fine. Like those emergencies were going by fast.
Yeah, that was pretty quick.
I like how I said I'll see you with oxygen, cold reactor. Like,
Got 'em.
shit.
But only after you ran a bit.
Yeah. It was gonna be one, so yeah. You couldn't report B's body like 2 seconds later. God damn it.
Well, I just found it.
No, it's fine. I'm like I was at 100% on my upload, and like I was waiting for the little man to transfer. I doubt
Sorry.
I'm in admin, and I think yellow and black right now.
Yeah, I've seen.
I was.
Go on.
Go ahead. I was in admin with white, and then I went into electrical, and just found B.
Oh man. I haven't seen Dan all game. I'm gonna say that, but I have been only in the bottom to the right. So I started my pathing from the bottom, and I went to the right.
I was right outside admin on the wires. I think Stacy was rolling up on me,
Okay.
but I was just with. I left admin around the same time that Aqua Lime did, and then she went further than I did. And I had stopped at the wires right there. So did we say this is electrical? I'm guessing because that was the direction.
I went in there to do a task and found B's body right there.
Someone's doing these doors on top of that. Someone's figuring out doors. I mean, from my perspective, I don't know who to trust right now. I'm just gonna say that.
I feel like I've seen everyone but Samantha so far.
I've seen Sam
Right.
twice, I think.
I
So I don't know. I'm inclined to trust her, but
Her and Phil were on wires and the admin together. I thought, or maybe I'm pretty sure those the two of them.
No, I think that was me. I was with.
Or was
Billy.
that you? Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, somebody was stacked right there. That's my point.
I'm gonna skip. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, B. Okay, well, nobody's dead, so that's a plus. Okay, this was just a temperature check. I figured somebody was dead, and there's no vitals, so.
Who
Oh,
has
there's
task
no
left? I
vitals
just
in
finished
this game.
mine.
No, there's only admin table to show like the locations. Honestly,
Oh.
Polis is the only one that has vitals.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I got 2 tasks left, I think. I think I have 1 in navigation, and then I still got to do my second half of refilling fuel and the bottom engine. So I got to go down at bottom left corner and then to the far right. Anything look
What do
suspicious
you
on
have to do,
cams,
Dan?
Stacy?
What?
Anything look suspicious on cams when you were on there?
I wasn't on cams.
You weren't? I saw the red
No.
light on. Are you sure? Who's on cams?
Yes. I'm 100% certain it's Dan. Who was ever on
No,
cams?
I'm not on cams.
Someone was on. No, not now. I'm asking.
No, I haven't been on cams at all.
Okay. Someone was on cams before the oxygen was called, and I could have sworn it was you, Stacy.
No, honest to God. I don't even know where cams is in this one.
It's on the left side. Like we were in security room, so I don't know if you were just doing your wall task or
Oh.
not.
No,
Okay.
it wasn't me.
Because I came out of reactor and you came out of security, so. All right.
I don't even know what that is.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and skip before I get even more confused. Y'all can keep talking. I got nothing else to add. That's all I got. You were gonna ask Dan how many tasks he has left. I think is what you were gonna
Well, I
ask.
was just asking him what he's been doing.
Just murdering.
Should I vote you out for that?
Murderer.
I don't have a button. Somebody hover the button.
Our brother Mikey P is dead.
Did it.
Where was the body of our brother? I feel like I'm in a Baptist church, Phil. Especially with that deep fucking voice. Can you like preach to us as you tell us where you found the body?
Now the congregation, listen. Brother Mikey P was found dead by the reactor. Nah.
But he is not forgotten.
Yeah, you know, I thought you were Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah, well, that's just what I grew up as. It doesn't mean I don't know everything else, you know.
What is it? What is a Jehovah's Witness ceremony? Like
Christian.
service, like?
Christian,
No, I know, but like, is it like? Is it,
structured.
I'm dead.
yeah, like, is it structured like
I'm dead.
Catholicism?
Oh yeah,
or-
let's talk about Mike. We'll talk about this later. Yeah,
Oh,
so he was
I will say. So, where did you say he was, Phil?
Did we lose Phil?
say what now?
Where was the body?
All right, so the body was on the left, by the reactors, far left,
Top or
bottom left, bottom.
Where were you? Where was Stacy?
Was over by the weapons area, like on the right side.
So I was with Blue, and the door got shut in the cafeteria, and Blue was going in that direction upwards, and then I waited for the door, and then I went through the door, and I was actually making my way towards that area, and that's why I'm asking these questions. And I don't know.
Well, I'm done doing stuff, so I was just running a circle around the table in the cafeteria.
Nice.
Solid.
That keeps me out of trouble. If I'm just doing a circle, it's not me kill people.
You should probably press the button and say that next time.
Oh my god.
I should have gone and fixed it.
Yeah.
Damn.
I was surprised none of y'all, like, the oxygen calls are only 30 seconds. Like, you have to go to them. But good job, Stacey.
I was actually getting ready to hit enter on the lower code. I don't if that's what we timed out from. Like, I was just like a click away.
Yeah, you...
Nah, I was close by electrical. That was like my last task. I was like, oh, it's three
Same
of
here.
us.
Yeah, I had.
Yeah.
Phil went the wrong direction. I'm like, where'd Phil go? Wait. Pretty funny. I'll let
That
you
was my
bask in
best
your
one
wind. I'm mad that Stacy closed the doors, and she closed the door to electrical, so I'm standing outside of electrical. Phil called it by reactor, but I died outside electrical.
Hey, yeah.
So,
Wait, you weren't by? You weren't where I said you were?
nope.
No.
Wait, isn't the bottom left reactor?
No, that's lower engine.
No. Oh.
Left is reactor.
Oh. Right, left. That's what I said. Lower, you were left.
Bottom left is lower engine. The far left
Oh.
is reactor. You said far left. You said reactor.
Oh, okay. So reactors in the middle left, and then engines in the bottom left.
So, okay. So you have the cafeteria and storage is what splits the map. Cafeteria is at the top,
Right.
storage is on the bottom. To the left of that, you have electrical. To the left of that, you have lower engine, or lower engine. Then you have reactor and security, and then you have upper engine at the top left.
Oh, okay.
I died outside
Yeah.
of
So I
electrical.
thought that whole area, like the whole left, was a reactor.
No. So when you pull up the map, so Don't forget, there's names on the room. So when you go to the room, look at the bottom of the screen. It'll tell you the name.
Yeah, no, I've been trying not to have the map up the whole time I'm walking.
No, on the bottom of your screen when you're walking around, it tells you the names.
Oh, it tells you the room that you're in.
Yeah.
Oh.
So.
Yeah,
I'd
never.
like to take a moment to bask in the fact that I successfully used the doors and the vents this time around.
Yeah. Did you vent out of electrical?
Yeah, and
That
I
makes
killed
sense.
me, vented out of electrical. Then I killed Mikey P, went into electrical and vented. Then I killed Sam and vented. Ah,
Ninja.
ninja.
All right. So Stacy's getting better. Tip.
And then, dude, when I died, you were like, someone's using the doors. And you, like, just told her how to use the doors. I was like, come on.
I was like, oh, got away with that one somehow.
Yeah.
That was totally the Mike. Come on, Mike. You just said it, Mike.
Well, I said it aloud, and anybody could have heard it. So that's the reason why I didn't really just.
Yeah,
suspect
and
her.
then you died.
Yeah, I mean, so she baited me with that door closed. That was the funny part. We were both just standing outside of electrical. She closed the doors, and I'm like, okay, is there somebody in there? So we're both waiting. And then I go into electrical, and there's nothing there, and I'm like, well, that's weird. And then I leave electrical, go left, and she just kills me, and I'm like, fuck, man. Like, really? Like, you could have killed me before then, and like, I would have been fine. Like, you fucking jerk. Like, you made me go in there, wait and walk out, and then kill me. Like, whatever. GG. Highlight reel.
I've never worked so hard in a game of Among Us in my life. Wow. Okay, Dan, where have you been and what have you been doing?
I was actually in comms with Mike P and was it Philip that just rolled in?
Okay, so Philip's dead.
I just rolled into comms.
Okay, no, it was Blue that rolled into comms.
Okay, I found Phil in the cafeteria. Like, somebody legit had to have killed him, like, right after we spawned. I will say that I was with Sam in the med bay area. I did my med bay scan, and she was in there with me. So there's no way she could have done it. I don't think. I mean, she left before I did, so I guess. But what are the chances of Phil still just standing in the cafeteria for her to have killed him? Unless it's Phil.
I left and went down
Okay.
Very good.
and headed to comms.
At the start of every game.
That's true. That as I was saying it, I realized that was a stupid thing to say. But I don't think it's her. I mean, it could be. But she had the chance to kill me in medbay, like, forever, and she didn't. So why would she then go and find Phil to kill? I don't know. Everybody else?
I'm in comms. B was on comms first.
And I rolled into comms with you guys, so
I mean, part of me says.
Did you
What?
really though?
I did though.
What say you, Mike?
I don't know. I mean,
I didn't stand
he's
on top.
out. Like, I can kind of see him outside from the door. When I
Yeah,
was
like-
going through, like when I had the comms radio on,
So I
could kinda see him,
rolled
like,
into the
hovering
room.
outside.
I rolled into the room and you two were on comms, or at least Mike was rolling into comms while B was already on it. And then I stood at the door, and then I kind of peeked just outside the door because I was waiting to see if like one of y'all would kill each other. And then I see Aqua Lime roll in. So, but I'm standing like by the shields, like. But I rolled in the room while you guys were doing comms.
Uh-huh.
So maybe it could be a self-report? Question mark.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Feels bad.
Good job, Nick.
Dang.
I feel bad that I killed Phil so fast. Like you.
Phil, were you just
So,
like not playing, and did he catch you like AFK?
No, I was playing,
He's
and
playing.
then Aqualine ran right past my body, like right, like he killed me, and then immediately.
I didn't see it.
Oh my god! So not only did she not see it, but she lied to us because she said she went.
That shit probably had the map up, right? Like,
Well, sometimes I do a map up trying to figure out where
I
I'm
do
supposed to
too. So
go.
I'm just saying, like, if you guys,
I'm just saying, like, that's the most suspicious thing ever, and she
Yeah.
wasn't. The
yeah, right.
Monster. I really just don't see it a lot.
And then
I
Mikey P
still-
vented, and then he vented, and then 2 seconds later, you roll. Stacy rolls up in the room, like I was like, "Yo," I thought she might have saw him vent, but nope.
No, I didn't.
Oh, I didn't vent then. I just like Dan
Later on after.
left and got to left for comms area before me, and like we were both in the cafeteria, but I think he just forgot that I was behind him.
Yeah, no, I didn't even realize that. But I mean, I could have sworn though when I rolled into comms, you were already in
I
comms.
was. That's why I was like,
Right.
you left for comms first, but I got there first. I was like, why is this? I'll just go. with
Yeah.
it.
Well, and
that's
that's, and that's like, all right, well,
suspicious.
one of y'all might kill each other, so let me just hang out near shields and
Yeah,
see if that happens.
it's all good, man.
Whatever.
It's very suspicious, Dan. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yep. No problem.
As per usual. So
Wait,
I-
I just rolled in there with you. I didn't. Did
okay,
you just
I know
see
that
that?
this is going to sound suspicious, but is there any way there's like a glitch or something? Because I didn't see a body there. I just had the report.
The report
button.
sign. I think it happens when you're in the vicinity. Like I don't think it requires line of sight, does it?
Yeah, if you're mad clicking that kill button though, you could accidentally hit the report button.
You don't.
Where
Well,
is it?
No,
I
because
think it's weird. I rolled into admin where Stacy was, and I didn't see anything. So when I see this come up and I can see that Stacy reported it, I thought that was weird because I was like, I'm right there with you and I don't see
Well,
anything.
I mean, that's the thing. So I went into admin. I did the download of my information, and so I was standing in there for quite a while, and then it was legit. Like when it was done and the thing popped off, then it was like the report thing popped up. on
Was
my
anybody
screen.
in the room before you?
No, like nobody was in there. And then I didn't even realize it. I just ran to swipe my card, and then I was like, wait, why did the report thing go off? And I still didn't see Mikey P's body, but I was like, well, fuck. Maybe I can't see it, but Dan's gonna see it. 'Cause he just ran in.
Where's everybody else at?
Well, I'm in electrical with B, and I don't know. I don't trust Blue. I don't trust Blue.
Where's Blue at?
Well, I just came from navigation. I was in the cafeteria running through to the other side, headed toward like the upper left.
Where's the
Yeah.
body?
So
We don't know. That's the
what if
problem.
the body is actually in cafeteria? Like
But like, is that close enough for it?
I don't
to
know.
Show up.
But I mean, I know that it happens when you're in the vicinity, and the closest thing is cafeteria, right? So,
Could it, like I'm gonna hold on. Let's check it and then call another meeting.
all right.
Y'all need to vote. That's so
Well, Mike
funny.
P, we obviously don't know what the fuck. Wait, what happened?
B
Somebody
just
voted.
won y'all B just won y'all the game. That's what happened.
Boom.
Nice.
I was trying. I
Y'all-
was
y'all
trying to
need to
vote for her,
vote.
but my switch was glitching.
Y'all need to
Like,
vote.
I was.
Sam
yeah, I was trying to
killed me
vote.
so well.
Work with one vote.
But you guys didn't vote. You have to vote. Like it worked. You have to
Cheated.
vote. You killed me so well too, Sam. I was rooting for you. You forgot
Where
to
was
vote.
the body?
All you had to do is
Yes.
vote. So literally, this is exactly what happened. This is the admin table, right? I
Yeah,
die
yeah.
under the admin table. But do you see if I don't have a top half? What happens? You can't see that shit. My body crawled under the admin table.
Oh.
Fuck.
So
Dang!
is there a vent? Like, did she vent out?
She vented out.
I vented
She
She
out.
vented out. She did such a good kill. I was so impressed. I was rooting for her. I was like,
Oh,
yo, Sam
is
is gonna fucking go on a tear this round. And then she forgot to vote to skip and got voted out.
Hey.
Her.
You got to remember to skip vote if early if you're an imposter, because if you don't, you can get accidentally voted out like that, or you can just let B win the game. Like
Yeah.
no,
How the
that
fuck
shit
did
was
you figure
crucial.
that out?
That was
Accident. Accident.
Yeah,
my
all she
ass.
all she had to do was choose skip, and she wouldn't
she
have
would've been
lost.
fine.
No.
You have to vote. Yeah, like you had that too. That was such a good play. Oh man, you had them
I'm
so
confused.
confused.
Did I just solo as a crew?
Yes,
Like,
you
that
did.
just happened?
You just like that shit was like both those plays from last round were fucking epic. Her kill on me and then your one vote win.
Yeah, I was trying to vote for her, but my switch was glitching because I'm like, B could have easily killed me, and it seems that Dan and Stacy were together. So I'm like, nah, I'm questionable about Blue, but I didn't have any evidence other than that. So
Yeah, I was actually
Mike-
sus when
Where were you when she cut you?
I was right above the admin table. So you know how the admin table, like, it's on the right side. So like, imagine this where it being the admin table. She was just chilling on the right side. I was chilling on the top. So you can see this, and if my top half is dead and my corpse falls over, you can't see anything. So the body
okay.
crawled under the table, kind of like when Dan gets killed on cams in Polis. The body just crawls under the cams table. So, Like it just.
It's funny that
Yeah.
everybody chuckles because that shit happens all the time.
Yeah. Because it's happened multiple
When
times,
Dan dies,
like on cams.
I don't know how many times I've gotten killed while on cams, but it's at
Well,
least.
that's because you're the only person who hangs out on cams.
Yeah, you go to
I
cams a
feel
lot.
like I'm gonna get gold one day though. Like,
Well, you did, and then it turned into a horror movie, and I killed you.
yeah, I know. Maybe I just need to figure out how to hop on and off or something. I don't know.
Like I hopped into a vent, you caught me. I hopped out of it, and then I just chased you down like Michael Myers.
Yeah,
Like
I
it
was
was pretty funny.
Guy, I was like, I can't believe you did that.
Like Dan's
That
like
was
trying to
that
run
was
away.
the epic level troll right there. Oh my god! The only thing that would have been even worse would be to call a meeting and then get me voted. Like,
It would have happened. It could have happened too, because
Also-
Stacy could have.
can you imagine?
Also
doing that?
very likely.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
really
right?
proud of Stacia. She hasn't gone vote Dan
Yeah.
like at all this
Well, her
match.
name doesn't say vote Dan, so and like
Thank
That's
you.
true.
after
True.
He hasn't been super suspicious. Well, I did get him. Well, I mean, we did get him kicked off that one time when he wasn't the imposter.
that was pretty funny actually.
Oh, yeah,
It worked
that
out
was
in my
hilarious.
favor. That was how last week was supposed to happen. It wasn't supposed to be if not A then B. Oh, it's Mike P because he's the only one that could do this shit. Like that's not how that works. But somehow that is correct.
Also somehow correct.
Somehow correct. B with the
Am I
one.
the only one that thinks B looks like a Hitler in that uniform?
That's so bad. Yes, you're the only one. The German uniforms were gray or grayish
well,
black.
I mean,
not green.
Right? Come on.
Sorry guys, didn't know that.
Yes, but do you know why they regret?
No.
Das Boot. What the heck? Dan, where are you, Dan?
I'm in cafeteria, like near the med bay.
Where did you go after O2?
After O2, I was up and around through cafeteria.
Okay. Bodies in navigation. B, Dan, and I were all doing trash or leaves in that top O2 area. And he is dead on the right side on navigation. So I don't think it's Dan at this point. It still could be. I'm not 100% certain. Where's everybody else at?
I was on the complete opposite side. I went into the med bay room to do the thing that takes forever, so you leave it,
Files,
and then
okay.
I went down to do electrical. I was doing wires and electrical when you called it.
Where did you come from? Which way did you go from Medbay, right or left?
Left. So I went up to the left, down past the engines and the reactor, and then into electrical.
Sam, you voted really early. This is highly suspicious. Where are you?
I went into navigation.
You what?
And did my download, and Phil was in there, and then he left navigation, and then I left navigation, and then I saw him in admin where I was doing my upload, and then when I was in the middle of my upload, you guys called a meeting and talked about finding somebody dead in navigation.
So you think it's Phil?
So you think it's? Did you
I
leave
do.
first, or I thought you said Phil left first? So Phil left first.
He was in navigation before me, but I was up at the top doing my download. I never went to the bottom of navigation. And then after I did my download, I went straight to, with my map up, to the admin
Phil.
to my upload, and he
Phil?
was already in there.
Phil, what do you say?
And also, let's
And
be
then
honest,
when I
she's
was in the
ran
middle of
past
my
Obama
upload,
before.
you guys called the meeting.
Phil, what do you say, Phil? Phil.
It's not me. I mean, what she's saying is true, but like, I literally had the same task in there, and I was surprised she didn't murder me, but I did not. I didn't kill B.
Interesting.
Hey. Dad?
Not me. That's why you always yell at me, man.
Story of your life, bud.
Are you talking?
No, I was waiting.
Okay.
Okay, I found Mikey P in admin. Fuck.
I think
saw-
me and was it me and Blue that
You
fixed
did a reactor, yeah. And then Phil was there with us too.
I did the top.
I did the top.
I did the
Yeah,
top.
it said touch it, and then I did, and then it stopped.
What have you been doing?
No.
What
I was
tasks
doing
have
the
you
bottom.
It's
done? No, Dan. What tasks have you done so far today?
The one that's on the top right. You know, the top right one. The where you have to shoot the things. God.
Yeah, I actually did the other one. I was waiting to see which one you said you did, Dan, because you rolled up at the same, like you rolled up to the same one that I did.
oh man, that's so funny.
I know you were, but I just had to get you thinking and then like wait for Dan to say where he did. I was like, nope, it's Dan because I did it. I did that one, and you rolled up and you did nothing.
It's the one at the
The
top
one
right.
on the right.
The one on the right.
Oh, guys.
Oh man,
I just went completely brain dead. I had the thing in my head.
it's so funny. Like me and P were just like, man, Dan got us good.
Yeah.
And then it was like, what tasks? No, what tasks?
I thought Phil was gonna get
Asked you,
nuts
and
for
you're like,
sure.
what did that say?
Like,
You know, as soon as the question was asked, you should have saw the dead chat. Like we were both like, "Oh shit!"
Oh,
oh no, Dan.
horrible liar.
That's so bad, Dan.
Okay, I need a 5-second break to pee. I'll be right back.
Yeah, that's cool. Dan, this is what I want you to do.
Oh.
The next time. I want you to just have a list of possible tasks. That way you can just say one of the.
I know.
Take a picture of the fake
Just
task.
have a list, man.
Big up. I was doing wires, guys. I don't know.
That
What
always works.
I mean, wires
Yeah.
and admin card. You can always fall back to that.
Oh,
I'm
no,
just
I'm
like.
sure.
Honestly, I thought it was Blue, so I went back to check on Dan, thinking it was Sam, and Sam walks out, and I go check on Dan, and Dan just killed me, and I'm like, oh, well, I guess it's Dan now.
And then I vented. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, that was actually pretty cool. But then you vented it, and then you went to the right and then called reactor. I'm like,
Well, the idea, I mean, it actually worked because it delayed them finding your body. The point was to draw everybody out of the area so they didn't suss me out. But apparently I can't lie for shit, so...
Yeah. So were you thinking about what tasks you were doing before the meeting was called? Like,
I did.
Because she asked you at the end of it.
I was actually thinking about the weapons task when you're on the little turret. Like, I was trying to say that. I just went brain dead.
It took
But I
you
did
like,
just smoke.
it took
I mean,
you
I did
15
smoke a ball,
seconds to say that. That was like the time that Phil was like, I got the Mountain Dew. Like, again? Like, really? Really, Phil? Again? Another Mountain Dew? You're still at the vending machine? What's going on here?
You're about to vote for me, weren't you? Yeah.
I was so sure it was you.
That was funny. Everybody voted for somebody different. Like, I voted blue. I voted for Sam. I was like, oh.
For Phil.
Is that from the chat?
No? I don't know. No?
Are you talking?
Yeah?
Can you? Yeah, I can.
You can't hear me?
That's weird. We can hear you.
Hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can anyone hear me?
We can hear both of y'all. Y'all can't hear each other.
In the chat, but-
Hector is running
Hear you
Honda
right
Civics
here.
with spoon engines.
I don't hear you.
And hey, we can't hear both of you out of one mic. Kudos.
It's showing me talk fish.
Oh, yes. I know.
And the
Who's
Motec
rocking
system
Honda
exhaust. With NOS. And the Motec system exhaust.
Sweet baby.
Cause you know me, man, I gotta win race wars.
Alright, I'm back.
Who's rocking a Honda 2000?
Getting Honda Civics with spoon engines.
Where's my fucking...
Well, my
I'm
engines.
back, guys.
Where are my engines? Alright, is everybody back?
Yeah?
Okay.
Yep.
Alright, I'm starting. With NOS and the Motec system exhaust.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Where's everyone?
Admin.
I just ran into electrical and I just saw B running out of electrical. So where was the body?
On the other side of the map. And I believe navigation. My computer's gonna punch me in the face if that's not it. What was the top room immediately to the right
That's
of the
navigation, I
cafeteria?
think,
Okay.
right?
Weapons? That's weapons.
Yeah, maybe
Oh.
weapons. Okay.
Okay. So
But yeah,
then,
his body was right there.
Wait a second. So that leaves Blue. Where's Blue at?
I was headed towards oxygen or O2 or whatever.
Which one?
On the left.
Hey Dan, what task are you working on?
Doing upload in the admin.
That's good.
I think B's good unless he somehow.
I saw Phil going in the opposite direction in cafeteria, right? Like I went into admin.
Right.
Phil's
right.
going the other way. So like I just saw him, so I was really shocked that he like is this self-report like, but at the same time like.
I just did the trash and or not the trash or I guess it's leaves or whatever it is. I emptied that in the cafeteria, and then as soon as I went over to weapons, Mikey P's body
There
was
is a
just
vent.
there.
Is it possible that B could have vented into electrical? Like, killed Mikey P and vented? What'd you do in electrical, B?
Both of them, the divert power and the wires.
How long were you in electrical, Stacy, with B?
I
Or
wasn't.
did-
Like, I ran in as he ran out. So that's... Fuck.
Oh, you're saying like he vented. There is a vent in the corner there.
Exactly. So he could have just vented in and ran out, and I would have no idea.
Is there a vent where the body is?
Nope.
I'm not sure. I just
He's
reported
like, no,
before,
there's
but I don't
no
think
vent
so.
there. I didn't use a vent.
Actually, there is a vent. There's a vent right by the. Oh, I gotta stop talking. But yeah.
Been hit by smooth criminal.
Yeah. So I found Dan's body. Wait, where's everyone at?
I was just passing the room with cameras on my way to electrical.
I just did the leaves by the O2, and then I ran into navigation to do the little doohickey where the spaceship goes in the up down thing.
Was there anyone
Me?
with you in electrical?
What?
The blue. You alone in electrical, or is somebody in there?
I wasn't in electrical. I was coming from past the room where like you can go in there and look at the cameras, like near where like the reactor is, on my way down towards electrical because the little alarm was going off.
Phil, where's the body again?
The body is in electrical. I was going to fix it, and that's
Okay.
where the body was at.
Sorry.
So I was on admin, looking at the map, and there were two people in electrical, and then Phil reported a body. That's all I'm saying. So it's either Blue or Phil.
Phil, what tasks have you done today?
I've done the trash. I've done the in the engine room when you move the engine up, or you move that one Jimmy Jam up.
Sam, what have you done today?
I did the thing with the asteroids where you shoot them. I did the download and navigation and the upload into admin, and then the card swipe thing.
Fuck. It's B, isn't it? Oh.
Run, Stacy!
Good job, Samantha.
That was a pretty nice kill.
Oh,
Yeah.
That was amazing. I ran into a fucking wall and you got me.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
it's so funny. I'm in my download, right? And I can see Sam on weapons, like, creeping towards me. And I'm like, oh, God. And then she just killed me. I'm like, it's Sam. Well, hopefully she'll win.
I mean, Sam, that was amazing. Like,
a good
you
run.
had me convinced with your like listing of things. Phil, you need to learn from Sam because you did not list off very well what you did.
Yeah, he's not used to this map. He'll get acclimated to it soon enough. So.
No, I'm trying to tell you. I've been telling y'all as soon as I first started playing this game. Like, my brain doesn't work that way. Like, to remember pathing and where I was. Like, that's not me. Like, it's never been that way. That's why sometimes you think I'm lying. I'm like, it just the memory goes in and then it goes out.
It's fine. So this
You're
is
too busy thinking about other
Yeah,
things, like
like-
girls and cars.
No.
well. I think what it is that your what's it called? Your imposter play is the exact same as your crewmate play, and it's really hard to discern. So unless like we can like me or B figures out your tells, like it's really hard to tell the difference between when you're imposter and crew, which is not a bad thing. Honestly, it's a good thing when you're imposter. It's really hard when you're crew. So it's all good.
Yeah,
Sam had
I
a good
voted.
round.
I voted for B, but she got me good.
Yeah,
She-
Sam had a good
she got
round.
me.
Like that's really all it was. Like Sam just fooled you all. That's
Yeah.
really all it is.
Yeah, she murdered me like at the entrance of electrical and then ran and like dipped out the vent. Like it was like a pro
She was
play.
hiding behind the electrical. She was hiding in the back. She called lights. She was hiding in the back. I think she saw your name
okay.
when you climbed up to the panel, and then like she just came by, killed you, and then vented out. And I was like, "Yo, Sam is getting better. Sam is calling doors. She's calling lights. She's venting. Like,
she set up a trap. Like she.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like that
I'm
was.
getting better.
She's getting better. Like she's getting better.
Yeah.
So you can't underestimate her. She's a murderer.
Murder. It's like your
Yeah,
niece,
I'm like,
she's like,
yo, did she kill you and then vent
She did.
out of the?
She vented out of electrical. Like she was hiding in the
Really
back.
good.
She called lights. Dan is the first victim to come up to the light panel to try to turn it on. She comes around the corner. She kills him. Goes back to the back and vents out. And then she's like on the med bay on the way to security to electrical.
As soon as I vented out, I started reading my tasks. I was like, I gotta come up with a vibe about what.
Yeah, it's like it was like your niece. Remember, like your niece's like third game, like she's like murdering everybody. It's like
Yeah, she's watched me play before though, and she's seen me like show highlights of people play. So that's why she was already kind of like acclimated to how to react to people. She just doesn't know how to play the game itself.
yeah,
She's good with people. She's just not good at the game in and of itself until she figures it out.
Nice.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start. Plus, I was helping her out a little bit on some of those ones where we're both imposter.
Oh my god! So whoever just killed Stacy just vented like quick. And I know Aqua just rolled in with me, so it's between Dan and B.
I was on cam, so I was looking to see if there's anybody.
Oh yeah, I did see you in cams.
So I just didn't make it
know
to
who
the
it might
button,
be.
but I just rolled up on Mike's body in navigation. So who y'all vote for?
B.
Yeah.
Cool, y'all lost.
Oh, or it could be you, Phil. I saw Mike go in there. I didn't know Stacy was in there. If it wasn't B, it was Phil. Has to be.
Dun dun dun.
Why'd you leave me, Sam? I was like looking for
It
you.
wouldn't have mattered. It doesn't matter.
I
You
told
guys
you it was
are.
either B or Dan.
You guys. It doesn't matter if you like when you voted B out, y'all lost.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
y'all didn't. Y'all voted like immediately. You didn't even think about it. You just voted. I was like, holy shit! Did you even hear what he said? Like
What?
he-
Well, I literally
B
did see
literally
Dan,
said-
but somebody just
Right. B said he's in navigation. He just saw my body though. Like that's the right side of the map. That's why I was like, what? Like y'all just voted right after that? Like
wait. If he saw your body, then
he was
Why
rolling
didn't he
up on
call
it.
it?
He's rolling up on it. Like
Because
navigation.
somebody else hit the button for the other body.
Yeah.
is there a vent in cams?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Ven,
Oh,
Medbay,
because
and
I-
Cams.
Because I
Then-
saw the last place I saw Dan was on cams.
Yeah. So Cams leads to lights, which leads to Medbay. So all three of those vents.
I don't
all
know
go
the
together.
vent system yet.
So I vented from cams into
To
electrical.
lights.
I watched Philip
Leave and then
Stacy.
and then
I
kill her.
murdered Stacy, and then I jumped in the vent.
And Phil, I don't think you should have been able to see the name hop into the vent, but I don't know if it was a delay, so that kind of sucks.
Nah, yeah, I just saw the vent itself like close.
Yeah.
Hashtag
So I-
worst boyfriend
Good job, Dan.
ever.
Dang.
Yeah. So yeah. I was like, it was like 50-50 because I'm like, I know I just saw the body, so I'm like, Aqua rolled in there with me, so I was like, well, it's 50-50.
Like y'all just
And
voted
and
immediately.
that Dan's story did check out. Like I last saw Dan
Yeah, it
on
checks out.
cams.
It sure checks out, all right. It's
I
all
didn't know
good.
there was a vent in there. Apparently, there's a vent in every room.
There is a vent in every room. So it's all good. Like, GG, Dan. You win.
Good job, Dan.
Thanks, guys.
So Phil is dead in the admin.
Well, I just came from navigation.
Yeah, I was in there with you.
Wait a minute. Who did the bottom oxygen in the admin room? Dan.
I did not do it.
Stacy was with me doing the top oxygen one,
Exactly.
and I went to navigation after that, and Dan wasn't there.
So B, did you do bottom oxygen?
Nope.
Dan, what tasks have you done?
I was actually just doing wires, and then I was in the navigation room with Aqualime.
Fuck, it's either Dan or
Doing
B.
what?
I was doing the navigation task in there.
Which one? Which
like,
one?
Which one?
I didn't finish the task. That's where I was doing it.
What did it
What
look
was
like?
it?
What did it look like? It was on the map. Like I was using my map to like go to the navigation task.
Oh, fuck.
But I was
Okay.
just doing wires like in the pathway below there, like near shield and stuff.
Wires is always a good answer, huh?
Damn.
Oh, Dan.
I was doing the navigation task.
My bad.
Navigating
Oh,
this
Dan.
knife in my back.
You guys told me to say
Hilarious.
wires. God damn it.
Oh.
Yo, Dan, I was the one who did it.
You're
I
not
fixed
wrong.
it, and then Dan immediately murdered me.
That's what I was thinking because I saw you and Dan run in there, so I kept going to the other one. Oh,
It's good shit.
Dan.
I guess I should have told him that, like, maybe Phil did it.
Oh,
I don't think that would have helped you.
I-
Like the other two were together. It was a 50-50 between you and B, and like you were last seen with Phil. Like it doesn't add up.
oh man. Oh, Bill. You're trying so hard.
You are. It's pretty funny. It's highly
It's
entertaining.
really cute, Boo.
Oh, bless your heart.
Highly entertaining. Oh boy. Okay. So, Phil, you're on the right side, right?
Yeah, I'm in weapons.
Blue, where are you?
We just came from electrical.
Okay. This for me, from my perspective, is between Stacy or B. Stacy, what did you done?
I haven't done anything. I was running down to electrical.
What did you do before that?
I haven't done anything like that. Like I was on my way down. Like I was just about to round the corner and go.
B, what have you done so far?
He was in electrical where I was.
B was with
And he was in there when I got in there. And I came from admin after I swiped my card.
Bodies in medbay, and I saw two people in medbay off of the admin table off the beginning. So after I saw you in admin initially, I don't know where you went. I went to the top left, and the doors got closed. So for the 15 seconds, somebody else was in medbay area killing. So for me, this is either Stacy or B. So I don't know which of the two. I'm thinking it's Stacy only because she said she hasn't done anything yet, which is
Yep.
highly
And one
unlikely.
of us is B.
And it's very suspicious. And she's learning to close doors and vent. And I haven't heard her get mad at me yet, which means I'm probably right.
She's too tired to
A lot of
fight it
hats.
tonight.
It was about to be a really good game for you, Stacy. Sorry I kind of caught that at the wrong time.
It's fine, Mikey P. It's fine.
And you did kill
That's
Dan.
almost 11.
Maybe I should have let you kill Dan and just not said anything.
Right? It's just Dan.
All right, we got one more. Or...
I think I'm done, guys. I'm exhausted. It's been a long weekend.
Okay. Well, that was
Yeah,
an
but you guys
interesting
know.
game to end on. Are you sure you're okay with that, Stevie?
She's like, I'm alright with getting kicked out at the end. I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm okay. That's how tired I am, obviously.
Okay. Are we done?
Games though, guys.
Are we done for the night
Yeah.
then? Yeah, we're done. We're good.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
I was an imposter once and I still got vented.
That was pretty funny, actually.
I approve.
Yeah.
Dan man, I died, and I felt okay with this, but for like 4 or 5 rounds, I was the first to die in a row. It was so funny. Like, I
When
was.
we first started, I think that's me.
No,
Like the
Dan
first
got me
2
first.
games.
You got me twice. Dan got me once. And then I don't remember who did it before then. Somebody else did it before then. And I was like, well, this is deserving because I won both my imposter games. So, Like, yeah, that's cool. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
So, well, GG. Everybody's getting better. Like, I'm just gonna say that. Like, we can't really.
Except for
Dan, you're getting better, but you're just getting better.
Yeah, just gotta get better lie.
You gotta
gotta
get
be a
better
better
at
liar.
reading your tasks. Like, I don't know where your brain is when you start, so it's weird that you don't look at your task and kind of don't have an idea to remember it. But
like
Phil
Kate,
can't do
you
that
have to
either.
remember he's stoned all the time.
Yeah, but Phil can't do that either. So that's why I'm not too like judgmental yet against it. Like, it's a learning curve because we're playing new maps every time, and unless you get used to that set all the time, like you're just not going to remember everything. So
My mind is bad. Like I can remember like
That's why
F2 strands that I worked like a week ago, but I can't remember like game stuff. Like when I've been like that since I've been a kid.
Yeah.
Like when I was playing that's why I didn't
Trust
like
me.
Metroid when I was younger.
trust me, we
'Cause,
know Phil.
it
We play
just
with
don't
you.
work that way.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay. We know. We're like,
That's
Phil,
why
what are
me
you
and Phil are
doing?
good friends. We got the same messed up brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny though, Dan. Like you can remember anything in a video game, Dan.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, it's funny because like when it comes to like, I could remember a way through like a game dungeon or like a maze like that. But then when it comes to like navigating like real life, I'm like using GPS everywhere. It's hilarious.
That's just laziness.
Yeah,
Love.
that is laziness. That's extreme laziness. Like, what would you do without?
Yeah, but
tech,
I mean,
man?
I have bad directions though. I mean, that's why I'm using the GPS. Like I have bad directions driving, but if I'm playing a maze in a game, like I could perfectly like, I can picture in my mind.
I will say that when we lived in Virginia Beach, we went to my sister's house one time, and like it was like 4 years into our relationship, and Dan got lost on the way there. Like, he's...
Yeah,
I
but
remember
hey,
that.
to be fair, so what part of Virginia Beach was she living
I mean,
at the time?
How much does he like your sister?
my sister.
Well, first off, Dan is not allowed to tell people where to go because I remember when I first met Dan and we were gonna go to his house. He was like, "Oh, my house is right down the street."
Yeah,
20
from
minutes
Lynn Haven
later.
Mall. Yeah,
20
that's
minutes
when y'all were
later.
at Lynn Haven Mall, and you're like, or somewhere
Yeah.
in the city, and like, oh yeah, it's right down the street.
It's like right down the street. It's like, yo,
It's
this is
fine.
not down the street.
I was like, by the way, Lynn Haven's a very long street.
It's
Very
it's
long.
fine. Like, honestly, I think the worst directions I ever got was Raph. And he was living like in fucking Deep Creek or some shit. And he's like, yeah, just go off 664 and take this one exit. So I take it, and it's the other end of the exit. So it's like literally like if you were going to Dan's and you got off at the exit to go to Lynn Haven Mall, and then you had to backtrack all the way. Like I was going through 20 miles of like Suffolk and Chesapeake, and I'm like, dude, where the fuck do you live? He's like, yeah, it's this one. And I'm like, well, why didn't you tell me to go to the exit that's closer? He's like, I did. I was like, no, you didn't. You said 664, motherfucker. Like, that's the other side of the fucking city.
That's hilarious.
He's like, oh, my bad. I'm like, God damn it, man. So, yeah, wait. So the question is, because
Yeah.
where exactly, like, what neighborhood in Virginia Beach, like, what main road does your sister live off of?
She lives off of South
That's my
Plaza.
South Plaza, yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, the Rosemont area you should be able to get through, right?
Yeah.
Which is funny because one of my really good friends I say growing up, but was on the other side of.
You say growing up like you're actually grown up.
Rip.
Or that I was here as a kid, but I mean, I guess if you consider 17 a kid.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's
We
when
do now.
Yeah.
like, it's okay, dude. Like, we're all at that age. It's all right, man.
We're all fucking old. That's the problem.
like, we're playing a kids game on a Sunday night. Like,
It is funny. We did. We got a friend that has kids that are 6 and 8, and they play Among Us, and so
Dan,
that
they're
joke,
8 and 10.
8 and 10, something like that. And so that was brought up recently about playing a kids game.
Yeah, I mean, Joel said it best. He's just like, we're playing a kids game. I'm like, yeah, we are, actually. It's fine. Like,
Yeah.
there's no barrier of skill entry, you know what I mean? It's not like you can hop in and get your ass, like, destroyed by 14-year-olds. Like it's like, okay, you got to use your brain and talk your way out of it. Like that's it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
All right.
I mean, Dan could hop in and get his ass kicked by 14-year-olds.
That's right.
Well, he hopped into Soul Calibur and got his ass whipped by Casey.
No, I did. That was
pretty
just
funny.
one match, guys. Come on.
She like whooped your ass, and like she was taunting the whole time. I don't know how that's possible. We're like, dude, she's not even doing anything. She's just taunting you, and you're just dying.
Yeah. Well, I made you stop playing Street Fighter 4.
No, you made
Yeah.
me stop playing MVC 2, you jerk.
Rocket Punch.
Yeah, he
My phone
fucking-
has 13%.
He got a
Oh,
he got an
night fell.
achievement fighting me.
That was a
I was
pretty
so
epic.
mad.
Yeah, that was a pretty epic.
I was so
Kill.
mad. Like it,
That was our Daigo moment. Our Evo moment 37.
I was winning the match, and I was gonna style on him by bringing out all three, and he does a Sentinel ultimate that kills all three of my characters, and gets an achievement. He just blink, and I'm like,
When? Come on.
Yeah, actually, it's funny. Like I started to actually started from watching the, people talk about the Evo moment 37. I'm talking about the Daigo versus Justin Wong Street Fighter 3.
Okay, wait, I'm just gonna break in and say goodnight, guys.
all right, good night.
Alright.
Night.
Night, guys. I'll see you next week.
GGs. Yeah, see you next week.
Bye.
Dan, what were you saying?
Anyway, I was basically saying that like that had popped up on my YouTube feed, and I've been kind of messing around with some fighting games recently and stuff like that. But I tried to play Street Fighter 3. I definitely haven't gotten used to that game.
Street
But
Fighter 3 was the
you know
weird
what I'm
one. It's
the
fine.
Daigo moment, right? Like where the dude parries Chun-Li's thing and he has like no health.
Yeah. So the Street Fighter 3 was the weird one. Like I liked Alpha series way more than I liked 3. So
Yeah. Oh, I played a little bit of Alpha, but
Alpha was
I
way
never-
better.
I don't remember what I was playing when that game was relevant. Like it's one of those things where you circle back and you're like, I knew this game was out there, but I'd never really
You were playing Soul Calibur probably, or Tekken 3.
maybe probably Tekken, because I mean it was definitely like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and then probably Killer Instinct, and then Tekken, or somewhere maybe Tekken before Killer Instinct. I'm not sure. Somewhere in that vicinity.
Big
Virtua
play-
Fighter.
B, you played a lot of Killer Instinct back in the day, didn't you?
Yeah, they had one at my arcade where I lived at.
No, B, are you still with us? Oh, did B drop out too?
No, it shows him here. I mean, he's streaming League of Legends.
Oh. Yeah, I could have sworn B played a lot of Killer Instinct back in the day.
Man, I loved Killer Instinct. That was a great game.
I didn't. I am not going to discuss that anymore, though. That's fine.
Well, the thing about Killer Instinct,
Hold on. Yep.
like, it was like a formula, right? Like once someone explained the combo formula, like honestly, compared to like, for example, like Mortal Kombat has what they call a dial-a combo, but I guess Street Fighter to some extent, like, it's not super straightforward, like what combos together, right? Like, so you basically find those combinations, whereas Killer Instinct pretty much lets you know right off the bat, like, here is the formula, right? If you do a heavy, you have to follow it with medium attacks, and then you find out what your linkers are. Your linkers are usually like your non-heavy specials. So like, like if you're using Jago, like if you do his like really strong kick, you follow it by medium kicks, and then you link it with a medium special followed by lights. Like, and if you follow that formula, like, I think you could do 2 rounds of that formula and use an ender.
What's
And enders are usually have like 2 enders or so, and it's like a heavy special.
so?
But you got to figure out which special it is.
So why did I beat you with the heavy kick only?
Oh. I don't remember that match, but I don't doubt that you could have.
I played the Indian
like-
dude and all. I was just mocking
Honestly,
how
like,
his
if
heavy
you don't-
kick looks ugly, and I just kept beating you with it. Like I blocked
You could-
everything, and then I just kick you.
I still feel like you can use
No.
like a Street Fighter 2 mechanic to like still win that game, right? Even though like obviously you need to utilize combos to get big damage, but like you could still kind of use some of the basics.
You
So I
kinda,
don't doubt.
you kind of can in Killer. I don't know. So the thing that bothered me with Killer Instinct, it's not as bad as like DOA. The DOA juggles were way too OP.
Yeah.
In like the first two, but like Killer Instinct was one of those games where like I got in late and like everybody was just doing heavy combos and I was just like, I don't get this fighting system. Like, no.
Yeah. If your introduction to Killer Instinct is veterans that are like practicing combos on you, I can totally get like hating that game.
Yeah, like
But,
it's not fun.
You know,
It's like it's like hopping into MVC 2 for the first time or MVC and then just getting straight rocked by like somebody who's doing a 60 hit combo and you're like, dude,
Yeah.
are you
but
kidding me?
if you get to play the computer, like the computer's pretty good at like ramping up slowly, so you're not gonna lose a lot of quarters if you were playing the arcade.
Yeah, I didn't. Aladdin's never had that. Aladdin's always had people up there. So,
Yeah.
Even for the shitty fighting games like Art of Fighting, there was always lines. Like.
Yeah. But so it's interesting. I've gone down this rabbit hole of like competitive, like looking at the competitive scene for like each game.
You know what's?
I started to get fascinated because like people, there were certain versions of games that people really like held highly. Like they were just talking about was it SNK versus Capcom,
That's
like
a good
2000?
game. That's a good game. That's a really good
Yeah.
game.
Right, but I mean, there's also 3 different versions, right? So like when I set up the arcade machine, like I got all these games on there, and so I was like, well, why is that version the one that everyone's talking about? Like, there's 2 like versions after it, and like apparently like they don't have the same following, so it's just kind of interesting.
Why isn't there a following? Is there a? Do you have an answer for that? Because that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, they changed the mechanics to the, so there's like that follows like the SNK, which is like the Art of Fighting mechanics. So there's different, like they handle their super systems and cancels and shit differently. So anyhow, there's different versions of it, and apparently the other versions changed some stuff that wasn't popular in the fighting.
So I mean, like the one
but,
that I played
like,
had more Capcom feel to it.
What's that?
The one that I played had more of a Capcom feel to it. If
Pretty
anything, the only SNK game it would have been like similar to would have been Fatal Fury.
Right, which is all part of that. Fatal Fury.
Fatal Fury didn't really have a combo system though. Like you just did straight
No, but
combos
you
like
could.
Street Fighter.
But Fatal Fury, Art of Fighting, and King of Fighters are all in the same generation. Like they're all the same storyline. So that's why you see like there's a few characters you'll see like was it Terry Bogard or Andy Bogard? I forgot the two brothers.
That's them. Actually, yo,
They
I've
come
been
from
meaning
Art
to
of
talk
Fighting.
about this. No, they came from fucking Fatal Fury.
Right. Well, no, they came from Fatal Fury, but the Ryu from Art of Fighting is also in there.
Yeah, no.
So
Like SNK is a conglomerate of all of that. So like I think in SNK Capcom they had fucking Samurai Shodown characters in it.
well, I mean, Samurai Showdown is technically SNK because
Yeah.
SNK is what Neo Geo turned into.
Yeah. Like
So,
so it had Samurai Shodown characters in it too. Like,
by the
if
way,
I'm
I
not
did
mistaken.
buy. So they had a new Samurai Showdown game. I knew about it, but like I guess there was like a beta for a while. So
Yeah, it's
I was
like
like,
the
all right,
HD
well, I'll just-
version of the original. It's really good.
well, I tried to find it, and then apparently it's like exclusive to like the Epic Game Store, and I was pissed, but I did go ahead and buy it the other day, and I had to figure out how to get it to work in the
For the controller.
the arcade front end software that I use because it, you know, like for Steam has some kind of like API where you can launch it from like a command line argument, like a
Yeah, yeah.
string. So like a software program that is not of Steam can launch a game from Steam manually. Like
Yes, it's always been.
So-
you can always do that. Like I launched Valorant
But-
from that.
you can't do that with Epic Game Store or any of these other.
Oh no, you can't. Not with the Epic
Right.
Store, because Epic.
So-
That's why I don't use Epic, because I think it's.
But eventually, I figured out, and I thought I saw it somewhere. You can point the front end to like a desktop shortcut.
Yes.
So I created a shortcut and I hid it in a folder somewhere, and then I linked the
You link
the software
Steam
to it.
That, yeah.
and now it works. So I got Samurai, and the cool thing is, like, I have all the Samurai Showdown. So I have like 1, 2, and 3 like from the arcade, and then I think
1 through 4 were the best ones.
4 and 5 special I think are actually on Steam. Then I have those Steam versions. I mean, it's still the old school game. Like, I think technically it was in the arcade,
It was.
but then I just added the 2019 Samurai Showdown. But it's so funny. As much as I love that game, like, I suck at it and I don't know the mechanics. But
There's not really like a heavy combo system. It's like a Street Fighter with fucking. It's a Street Fighter with fucking samurais, like weapons.
oh, it's just a shame that there's no trials. Like, there's no. So the cool thing about Street Fighter V is you have those trials that you can do.
Yeah, I mean, why would they put that in Samurai Showdown? You don't need that. Like, you just.
Well, there's no kind of training, but the cool thing is they do show you like the basics. And I
Yeah.
just went through it recently. I didn't realize that, like, there was a mechanic about stripping the other person's weapon.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool.
So you basically, like, if you can.
There's 3
if
different
you
parries.
If you ult one of them, it breaks their weapon. If you he successfully.
There's that, but
ult.
there's like 3 different parries. You can do like light and medium slash together, and you'll dodge, or you can do.
That
like
was that was the switch position, if I'm not mistaken, where like you guys flip flop positions, like you roll to the other side of the character.
Well, that may have been before, but
Oh.
in this new version, the mechanic is it's a dodge. So, like, he kind of sidesteps, and then there's one where you do like a fireball with that, and if you do that one and you time it right, you'll catch their blade in your hand and like strip them of the weapon. And then there's one other, like, there's some other block, but I thought it was interesting. There's essentially 3 ways to parry an attack. You know, either dodging it, stripping their weapon, or I think you time the block just right and it'll leave an opening. So but the combos like don't seem easy, and that's why I was disappointed there's no trials, right? So I don't know what the combos would look like. So they don't, you know, like, best I can tell, like, I try to like link anything that made sense, and I'm like, it doesn't work. Like, you can link like the heavy attack like 3 times, but otherwise like you can't do medium, light, heavy, or
No,
medium, light.
no, it's basically like it's like the original Street Fighter 2. Like, you can do just frame hits between mediums, but there's no combo system.
So
It's just frames. Like, you
but
can
they redid the
literally-
visuals, so like anything with fire like really like pops.
It does, yeah.
But anyway, I actually really like. I've always liked the art style of it. So
Yeah,
I
it's a pretty
played
good
it. I
game.
I
And
never got super good, but I got
it's-
okay with it.
It's not like a heavy barrier of entry either. Like, it came around so this was the problem with Samurai Showdown for the longest, was that it literally was just like a slow Street Fighter. Like, it had
That
the
makes
same
sense.
speed as the original Street Fighter 2, and that's it. Like, that's it. Like, there's no advancements from that. So the speed has always been the same. So the same thing, and I honestly, like, that might be the problem with all the original SNK games, because Fatal Fury was like that too. Like, Fatal Fury was slow as shit. Like, there were times when you
but
try to do combos and everything just slows down, and you're like, "Fuck."
I see it.
man.
I see it now, and then now you can do like 13 hit combos. But I mean, like, if you were to try to figure it out on your own, it's like impossible. But once you see somebody do it,
I mean,
but I actually,
I was
it's
able
funny.
to do, like,
I have.
8-hit combos. Like, you just have to figure out like what links to what. I mean, there
Hey, can
are
you guys
some
hear me?
ones. We can
just
now.
now.
You were on mute
Oh,
before.
that's so weird.
Yeah. Were you trying to say
My
something?
Discord has just been really upset. I don't know why.
Do you have the sensitivity turned down or something?
I don't know. Maybe because I was streaming League before we jumped in and then switched out of it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It could be.
Were you trying to say something?
Yeah.
No, I mean nothing relevant. You guys are way beyond my understanding in all of those fighting games.
Not really, because we took it back and we started talking about the old stuff, so that we all would have played. Like you're aware of like the Fatal Fury, Art of Fighting, Samurai Showdown, like that SNK version, King of Fighters.
Yeah, but I didn't play a lot of them. I
No,
was trying to jump
but-
in here. I was talking about KI because Fulgor was my fucking man.
I use Jago or Glacius.
Glacius.
Yeah, go ahead.
Julio
So-
Iglesias.
That was that's kind of like I've been trying to like groom the fighting game. I told you I make these playlists, right? So I got like a fighting playlist, and inside of that, I have a playlist for each of the like major IPs. So like there's one for Street Fighter. So that way, like I don't have this monstrous like fighting list. Like it's broken down. So like I have a Killer Instinct one, and the cool thing about the Killer Instinct one is like when you emulate the Nintendo 64 to play Killer Instinct Gold, it's a shit show because the controller was so weird that the way most people emulate it is they'll make the right analog stick of your controller be the C buttons that the N64 controller had, and you can't, like, it's impossible. So I finally figured out where like
So
this front end that I'm using will let me.
Well, this is the thing. The original SNK machine only had 4 buttons on it, so it's not like it had 6 attacks, like light, medium,
Yeah.
heavy, but there was only 4 buttons, so you had to do combinations of A and B or C and D for the heavies on the other ones, and then some of them. So like the later Samurai Showdowns, they did weird shit. Like I think one of them was like a parry or a block button, and then like you only had 1 kick. And then like 3 different
Well,
slashes.
that's there's usually 3 slashes and a kick.
But they
but
had
the-
a guard button or a parry button as well, so it was weird. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, the first 2 ones were slashes, and then the you had to press both of them to hit the heavy slash, and then you had a kick and a guard or something like that.
Yeah.
So it wasn't.
But yeah, I
that
guess
crazy.
I mean the point was like it's very difficult to emulate the Nintendo 64 controller. So like all the attack buttons were on your right analog stick. So it's completely impractical to be pressing like right analog up for a medium punch and right for like a heavy kick, or you know what I mean? Like it's ridiculous. So I finally figured out, but I mean that method would actually work for like GoldenEye, because GoldenEye used the C buttons to look around. It would also work for like Mario 64 because the C buttons were the camera. So like
I don't think it'll work with GoldenEye because you can't really like. I don't remember a lot about GoldenEye, but you can really look and just keep the gun pointed in one direction, right?
No, GoldenEye, you use the analog stick for moving, and then it used the C buttons for your
For your aiming.
for your left, right, up, and down
That sounds awful.
for aiming. Yeah,
No, there
but
was 2
if you
analog
think about
sticks
it-
on the N64 controller.
No, there was not 2 analog sticks. It
There was
one
a
analog.
D-pad and then an analog.
There's D and analog, but there's not dual analog. But they use the yellow buttons on the right side as if it was a stick. Is my point.
That's
Like-
that sounds awful.
like- So
Yeah, it was really bad.
anyway, so the point here is I finally figured out how to like point one specific game to a different way of controlling it. Like I'll save you all the details, but essentially I figured out how to make like Killer Instinct Gold play on a fight stick, because that shit was a hard thing to do because of the stupid Nintendo 64 controller. So I was proud when I got all that working. So I got the arcade Killer Instinct 1 and 2, and then I got Killer Instinct Gold, and then I got the new Killer Instinct on Windows. So that category is complete. I was going through Mortal Kombat recently, and like I was learning like there's a few like specific versions that are different, but also like I watched a thing that was showing like the competitive history and like the meta that each of these games used. That I was thinking that was more interesting than anything. Like Mortal Kombat had some really silly play styles in competitive play, like where you basically like Mortal Kombat 3 had like a rush down mechanic, and like you basically were rushing down and using like a standing like medium punch to like play footsies, and then like there was only a few ways out of it. It was like it was just very specific how you handle like I don't know. It was just kind of weird, but like I guess people that play at that level, right? Obviously, people like us will just jump on and figure it out. But when you look at like the competition scene, like what it takes to do the actual top plays, but there's some ridiculous combos. Going back and look at these games, like Mortal Kombat was broken. There's a few versions in the original that like the gravity wasn't as much, and you could infinite juggle.
I do remember that. I actually saw somebody do that shit, and I was just like, "Well, this is fucking broken." Like I
saw
figured it was a just frame thing, but I just thought it was garbage. Like I was just like, "You're a dick, dude. Whatever."
Yeah.
Like that's not impressive. That just sounds like an exploit.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, people were learning how to break the game. Basically, can you imagine? Like, there's no way I would have figured half of those
Dude,
out.
I mean, are you serious? Like, you know that's always been the case, right? Like Street Fighter 2, the air pump. Are you kidding me?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You've never seen the original Street Fighter 2 fucking glitches?
I've seen the glitches like with
Like, there's a ton of Guile glitches. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the
was
Guile.
fucking broken.
Handcuffs.
Yeah, the handcuffs.
That's that. Like, I actually, one of my childhood friends showed me how to do that, and yeah, that shit is fucking dumb. Like,
Yeah.
that's an exploit. That's all it is. Like, come on, man. Are you serious? Like, you could just throw me from any point on the map? Like, that's just dumb. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, how is that even?
Hey,
fun?
man, if it's in the game.
That shit was not in the game. That was an exploit.
It's in the game, Mike.
It was a broken game. Like, that's why that shit didn't make it into the console versions. Because it was a broken game.
So I remember going to an arcade and the dude did the Sub-Zero Infinite on the original one, and it was essentially like you jump kick,
you
you hit him again like with a high kick, I think.
It's a high kick into a slide into a freeze, I think.
Yeah,
Slide into a freeze, and then you can do it again over and over.
I think Raiden has one too, but like Raiden's is like ridiculous. Like you have to be like god level to do it because it's like teleporting and shit.
It's teleporting, and then the what does he say? 100 bubbly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever that charge is.
Wow. But anyway, I've become kind of a collector, so like I literally have like. Matter of fact, you were talking about King of Fighters. They actually made a modern one like within the last year or two.
They did. I saw it.
So I grabbed that. That's actually pretty fun.
I mean, it is what it is. I'm gonna say it like this, like, so the Art of Fighting characters all suck. The Fatal Fury characters are all pretty cool. I mean, most of them are cool. There are some really terrible ones. Like I think the first old guy, Tung Fu Ru, is awful. Like his playstyle is fucking terrible.
I usually use like May.
And then I want to say, because the SNK Capcom game, like honestly, I think I played with two characters. I played one character from Street Fighter, and then I played mostly like the other Capcom game characters. So I played one from Rival Schools. And I'm trying to remember the other Capcom game. I think it was Star Gladiator or some shit like that. I don't remember who was in the list of the SNK version.
Oh, you'd be proud, Mike. I got all the Rival Schools, and then there's another one that doesn't have the name, but it's actually it is Rival Schools.
It's Rival Schools. It was the second one. There was a sequel, but we just never got it stateside.
Plus, I got the Street Fighter EX that has the Rival School character. Like you'd be proud, Mike.
Like Rival Schools was the shit. So you've been gone a long time.
It was one of the Street Fighter EX
games. Yeah.
Had had rival school characters in it.
Yeah, that was the 3D one, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I also
like,
got the game that engine came from, because that engine was from. I forgot the name of the game now, but Fighting Assassins or Fighting something, some obscure game but it was that system they used. So
you talking about the Star Gladiators one?
no, that's the one with the dude with the sword.
Yeah, because there was like,
No.
like that was
I have
the
that.
combo
I
system.
do have that too, but that's not the one I'm talking about. I do have that as well. It's all in my.
Yeah, because
I made a little fighting. Like I said, it's all in the playlist I got.
the MVC stuff was always pretty cool though in general. Like, come on, man,
Yeah.
you could play Darkstalker characters. Like, that shit was awesome.
Yep, I got Tatsunoko versus Capcom. Like I made a versus that has like.
Did you do a legitimate version, not the free? What was that shit that we played at your house? We had the Wii controller. It's like easy mode, and it does like 6 things when you press one
That
button.
is Tatsunoko versus Capcom,
That
but
shit was just awful. We're like, dude.
but it did actually have an option to run a normal button config if you had a controller that would do it.
Yeah, it was on the Wii. Like, who had a normal controller?
Well, right, that was the problem. Nobody on the Wii had. Like, nobody's buying fight sticks for a Wii. There's no fighting games on it. Like,
That shit
so-
was awful.
but they were saying that game is actually pretty epic. It's a shame that like they let it die on the Wii like that.
Well, it's because Nintendo bought the rights and fucked everybody over.
Yeah,
Like,
But-
not supporting that shit.
but I grabbed all the verses. Right, there's SNK versus Capcom. There's Capcom versus SNK, I think. They have the Marvel 1, Marvel 2, Street Fighter versus Marvel. And then I got the Cap Ultimate 3 and Infinite. But I still think MVC2 is probably my favorite on Dreamcast.
That was MVC1.
They had 2 on Dreamcast.
Did
They
they?
had they had that annoying background. It's like, I'm gonna take you for a ride. I don't know if you heard it.
Oh,
Like,
no.
it's fucking,
You don't need
like-
to tell me because
like
I
it's
have
burned in your brain. Like
I
when
have
you play
a
it.
copy of that game on every console that was around.
It's so like it repeats. Like if you play that game long enough, it like burns in your brain. Like
Like, I got the Xbox version
Like
from
a
B's
6
store.
Like a 6-second on repeat.
Yo,
Yeah.
B was still working in Lynn Haven Mall at GameStop when I got MVC2 on Xbox. I
oh,
bought
nice.
a used copy of that shit. He's like, dude, really? You're gonna get this? And I was like, fuck yeah, man. Nobody else makes this. They don't make this shit anymore. I'm buying this shit. And he's like, it's $60. I was like, you're fucking right. I'm paying for it. And I'm gonna tell you what. When Josh was my roommate, we played the shit out of that game. Like, I fucking smacked the shit out of him with Zangief all the time. It was great. Like, he'd get mad. I'd play like Guile, Captain Commando, and Zangief. Like, oh shit! Like, what is going on here?
Oh, that's funny.
Like, I think the best finisher I ever had was a reversal against fucking Josh. Basically, he did his ult, and right after he did his ult, I did my Zangief ultimate like 360 finisher.
Oh gosh, nice.
And like fucking won the game off of it. Like, I don't even remember how I did it. I just remember I did a just frame finisher on him, and like I happened to just get it like right off as a counter. I was like, I wonder if this is gonna work. He does his, and you can hear like I think it was like it was the Akuma one, like the fireball one for Akuma or whatever. And
Mhm.
like I just happened to close the gap, and I was like, I wonder if this is gonna work. So I just did it, and like sure enough, like mine took priority. I was like, he's like, you're gonna die, and I'm like, oh shit, and like I can hear the power up, like the pause power up, and I just framed the ult right into that, and like you could see like his ult go off, and then right after my ult went off, and then like mine actually caught. Like, I think for whatever reason, like when Zangief charges, and if as soon as he's within a certain range, it automatically just grabs and finishes. And so,
Yeah.
like, it was so weird. Like, he was winning that match, too, and I just fucking countered him into a win. I was like, yo. It was, like, the most epic. He was so salty for, like, a week.
That's
Like,
funny.
And I was like,
Hey,
dude.
did you ever look at that PS3 thing? Like
I
figure out
did.
how to-
So I was trying to figure that out, and like I got kind of lost in some of the reading off of it. So
Okay.
I read it on my phone, but I didn't actually transfer it to a computer where I could sit down and read it. So I'm
Word.
not
It
effective
sounds
with
like
that.
you can do it, but they had instructions on downloading some software.
Yeah, you have to
make it work.
download the software, and that's what's
Yeah.
weird. So, like, the
I'm-
software that you were pointing me to had like Windows 7 and some other stuff, and I was like, what?
It might be old.
So
Yeah. I mean, I literally just Googled it, but like I remember doing something similar for either an Android device or I got a PS4 controller that I use for emulation sometimes. But the it sounds like you can do it. You just have to look at some of these articles. So, but anyway, my point is that like a lot of these games that I'm talking about, like the emulators enable NetPlay. Like it's not exactly like as user friendly as going to your friends list and inviting somebody, but like we could probably set up like a multiplayer if you ended up wanting to play any of those games. I could just send them all to you.
Yeah, I mean, we could. I need to figure out. Oh, I got a Valve hardware survey participation. Sure, I will participate.
I guess anything that's not Steam, right? So like the arcade, like Dreamcast, whatever consoles, like all of my emulators that I have NetPlay. So if you ever want to get your ass up, let me know.
Wait. I'm doing the Steam Valve hardware survey. Why does it say my CPU vendor is authentic AMD? Like, is there a faux or fake AMD? Like, what? What
Oh,
the?
got that faux shit. Got that Bobo.
Is that the Chinese knockoff AMD? Like, what? I don't understand what's the difference here. Why does it say authentic AMD is the vendor? Like, not just AMD, because the brand says AMD Ryzen 7 3700X, but the CPU vendor just says authentic AMD. like what?
Weird.
What the fuck does that mean? I'm so confused. Game controller not detected. Oh yeah, I'm kind of sad. Like I always wanted to buy the Steam controller, and apparently they kind of don't make it anymore. So the one that didn't have like the buttons, it just had like
Yeah,
the,
they tried so hard.
Yeah, like I always wanted to buy one of those, and like they don't make them anymore, so it's just so sad. Like,
All right, man. I'm gonna get out of here, yo.
Yeah, I should have ended stream earlier.